Alright, let's do this. Is that the actual door to hell right there, then? I feel like it is. These guys just hanging around.
The gate. It's opening.
I just killed my frames!
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it? Is it? Is it?
It's Hella.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Shit! Oh, he broke my sword. Uh-oh.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods.
Uh-oh.
You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Yep, that darkness was just
Take it.
another one of her voices.
If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
Damn!
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick.
Why is the British woman usually in the left ear?
Don't give up.
It's
Not like this.
It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him.
There he is.
It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind.
Yes, no, he's here.
It's in your
It's
mind.
him. It's real. What's happening?
Go towards it.
I'm going. The water's been dried up. Or maybe not. Someone parted the water here? Oh my god, I don't know. This is weird. So, one thing I learned that I found interesting, why is this rope here? Is this something I can climb? No. Molly was telling me, a friend of the channel, I'm doing Outlast with her. She told me that she watched a documentary about this girl. A devlog type of thing. About the girl who plays Senua. And apparently, she was just an artist on the team. I think it was an artist. And, while they were looking for an actress, she would stand in, for scenes and things like that.
It's Dillian. He's gone. You were too slow.
How could you?
For motion capture and whatnot. And
The pain. I told you it was to trick you.
I told you.
she did such a good job that they just stuck with her instead of hiring
There's nothing.
a separate actress. And that's pretty awesome. Hope I'm not missing anything here. I don't think I am. I think I'm pretty spot on with the story. I'm pretty sure Dillian was a Viking himself. And this was a forbidden love type thing.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zimbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Yeah, I would call it barren. There's nothing here. I see you up there, Chief.
It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind.
Another thing
You can see it.
I learned, Yuki Cyan in the comments, she mentioned that I need to keep an eye on the
There he was.
mirror.
The lone figure of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a tree.
Under the tree.
She remembers the first time she saw him.
Dillian, go waiting.
To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
If you look at her hip, the right hip, she's got the mirror on it.
Where is he?
He's there.
Where is he?
He's there. Under the tree. You can see him.
Apparently, during battle, when it lights up is when you focus. So I was having a hard time deciding when I'm supposed to focus in battle. Well, that's my cue, apparently. Which is good to know.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
It was getting a little too quiet. That's why I didn't proceed up here. I didn't want it to get so quiet that we couldn't hear it. Or at least I couldn't hear it. I'm guessing this leads to the door, which I ought to get first, because it's going to give me symbols that I need to locate. Runes, I mean, not symbols. Or is it not? It is not. So, well, there's a boat floating over there. Was that the bridge I was on? No, it's not. That's a different bridge, right? It is a different bridge, because I started down there by a bridge. Oh man, I didn't even see this.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end?
Honey, so Barry can eat his face?
Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears...
Or the she-wolf?
You'll never guess what happens.
It ate his face. Damn. Is there multiple ways to go here? No. Maybe? I don't know. Let's go this way.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue.
Damn.
The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like a hidden forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund.
Damn.
So his sister hatches a new plan. one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Sigmund's a tough fella. That's blinding. Okay.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
I want to go visit those huts. I don't think I can though. It looks like it probably blocks me off. Where's he at though? Oh, oh, oh.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
Jeez.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Nope, it's not him. Let's move it. So, I think that this is pretty inevitable that this is going to be made into a movie. That's seems to be a starting trend right now. There are various, like Firewatch. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Firewatch is being made into a movie. And not only that, the rights weren't sold to it. They're partnering. The dev of Firewatch is partnering with another like indie film dev of a guy they knew, a friend, and they're making the movie together. So it's not being dished out to a company that may butcher it. The Long Dark is being made into a movie. How about that? That's a game that's been in early access for what, 2 or 3 years? It just came out a couple weeks ago, and that is now being made into a movie. Uh-oh. Okay. And I can totally see them doing this as well. It's I don't know. It's the trend seems to be some. They're not AAA games. They're indie games, but more like indie games with a quality that you would expect perhaps from a AAA game. I don't want to say quality. That's an awful thing to say because indie games are not shit. They can be, of course, but it doesn't automatically make them shit. But a lot of people would describe them perhaps as like a AA game, right? They're not AAA, and they're not what you would normally call indie, even though a game like Firewatch was independently published. But yeah. So, what do I do here? Do I just walk around? I want to see what's up in there. I guess I probably have to go around this way. So yeah, I can absolutely see them taking this game and making a movie out of it. I think it could work. It wouldn't be a huge movie, I don't think. But I think it could be good.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Brutal. There's another one of those things. Aha, this one looks like it might still work. There we go.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out, so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger.
This is basically King Arthur.
I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
I wonder if that's where King Arthur was originally found. So if that's up to the tree, what was this over here? Does this just lead to the same place? Probably. Yeah, okay. There's one wicked tree. Jeez. Okay. Let's do this, girl.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Oh boy.
Where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
Damn, she's talking right to us, guys.
But it is an illusion. It shatters
shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you.
Oh, they were metal. Okay.
The metal. The runes.
All right. Well, I'm guessing we go to this one first.
Find the shards.
Where is it?
Find it. There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus. Focus.
All right. I'm ready for this.